learn how to cut shirts today. Cutting Shirts 101.
Hi, I'm Bernadette with Sullen TV, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make sexy little dresses out of men's t-shirts. I usually use an extra large, but you can use any size you need. So, step one, you separate the front from the back. So just cut along the stitching and then down the side. Separate it completely. So you have two pieces, and you put the back piece on the side because that's for later. You're going to want to cut the top part off because this is a dress that's going to be a tube top dress that ties in the back. So you make a straight line from the top of the art all the way across, and it's usually a little bit of the sleeve. So just cut from like there. It doesn't have to be straight because you're going to pull it and it'll fold and make it look even if it's not. So then that's that. You can pull the top like this and it makes it look pretty. And pull the sides together because sometimes it'll rip the sleeve right off and then you're screwed. Now that you've stretched the top, you can put this on the side for now, and you get the back of the shirt, which is going to be the bottom, like the back of the skirt. Okay, so this is going to be the bottom of your skirt. So you can do just all black, or you can do the art. I like to do the art. So you know how big your bottom is, so how long it needs to be, but you should cut longer than you think because you can cut it smaller. But if you cut it too small, you can't. So mine needs to be really small, but I always start with like a ginormous piece, and then I just get smaller and smaller. So you can make it like super, super short, or like long, whatever you want. So, and then cut like this thick, the top of the shirt, cut the thick part off. That's that, which is probably extremely long. It's just gonna be like, you can even do it in the front, but like from the top of your butt, that's how long it is, which is super long. So like you'll probably cut a bunch off and just have it like super cute. So you go back to the front. And this is gonna be tying around you. So I always like just check to see how much I'm gonna tighten it. And I can see that it's probably gonna go like to here. So I like know where it's at. I'll put my finger there so I know where it's at. And I know how long I need to cut the strips. Because if you don't cut it long enough, then it'll be loose. So it's about like that much in for me. Everyone's different. But so you cut this into 3 strips, like thicker strips. So like that for me should be fine. And you can always cut more. Just not small, like super, super small. And you can pull this. It makes it easier to tie too. That's one side, and then you do the exact same thing to the other side. It doesn't have to be exact because you're just tying it together, so you don't have to worry about like the exact same width apart or whatever. But just do about the same end, and make sure you get the same amount of strips on each side. And then you can test it really quick just to see if it's going to be tight enough. And then all these will tighten, like the bottom will go up a bit, which makes it like tight here. And you just tie them all up, kind of like up. When you're putting it on, you'll know. Like just tight and then put them all like up higher, not low. And then you take the bottom. I'm pretty positive mine needs to be shorter, so I'll just cut mine a little shorter right now. And if you're like bigger, then you want to keep all this length. I'm super small, so just to save time, I'm gonna like cut the sleeves off because I don't need them that long for me. And then flip this down because I've made shirts where I do it the wrong way and I ruin it and I can't fix it. Tie this like where it's going to be and decide if you want it this length or if you want it shorter. I want mine shorter because once you put that on, you're going to tie it, so it needs to be the length that you want. So mine is probably going to be like this short. Cut this. If you do this, it'll usually leave a little line. So then just chop it off, or leave it the way that it is. I like my stuff short. And now, this goes here. And this goes the way that it's gonna look on the back. So then once it's lined up, I keep them together. I'm gonna cut more off the bottom. Mine. But keep it a little longer, the back than the front, because your butt is bigger and it goes out. So if you cut it the exact same, then your ass is gonna be hanging out. So cut it like a little longer, and then do strips. So depending on how big you are, mine probably need to go in like this much. Cut strips. And don't do them too thick, or they won't look cute. And then on the last strip, if you go this far in, you're gonna cut this like kind of in a U shape up to the arm, because all that is gonna make you look fat. Well, not fat, but it's gonna be hanging. Very unflattering. So cut that off like that. All these little strips, you wanna pull as tight as you can so it gets like small. Do the same over here. And then you're gonna tie them all together. You could tie them looser and then tighten it if you need it. But I normally do one side tight and then the other side's the one that I like to move tighter and tighter. And if you tie it too tight, it'll make it ride up. So try not to like force it super tight or it'll look really bad. So once you tie them all, cut them. Well, unless you did this side loose, then you don't cut it. So you might have to like redo it, but I always do one tight. So then that's gonna be like, see this skirt part? So I can see from here like how far I need to cut it. To do the exact same thing. I'm just put a bunch of little strips. It doesn't matter if they're the same amount at all. This side I don't double tie because this is the side that if it's still loose, I'll cut more and then tie tighter and cut more. And if it fits perfect, then I am. So from here, you can put it on. Okay, so I put the dress on. So there's just little things depending on your body that you'll need to do. The bottom might still be loose. If it's loose here, you'll need to go through and cut the strips more in on both sides so that it ties tighter. If it's a bit tight, just untie them and don't tie it so tight. It's not a big deal, but if you need it tighter, do that. I don't have an ass, so this is like loose on me, so I typically always have to cut a line just straight down, and then I pull it and I just tie it in a knot, and it makes it tight. Okay, so I cut the back, and now it's tighter. It looks cuter. You can tuck the top in, and it'll stay because it's tight. This side, I already cut the sides, which looks super cute. The side I haven't, it looks really trashy. So now you go through, make sure they're tight, and then just cut off all the excess. Voila! And you have a really sexy dress. Like I said, I like mine short because I don't have a butt or anything, so it doesn't matter on me. But you can do it longer if you want. And just keep cutting it until you get it as tight as you want. So, next week, we're gonna cut up, this shirt actually was done by Mike Chambers, in case you wanted to know. And next week, I'm gonna do one with the style bow. It's an awesome shirt out, so I'm gonna cut that one into like a one shoulder dress. That's super, super cute too, so make sure you come back and watch that. Hello, we're gonna cut some shirts today. Make you look hot and sexy.